Hi, I'm Little Art Demon and welcome to my channel. And today we are going to continue with our Halloween series. If you didn't watch the first video, I'll link it in the card and on the description. But basically I'll be drawing 3 heroes inspired by Halloween characters, I guess. And one of them will be intelligence based, another one will be agility based, and the other one will be strength based. I got these 3 bases of heroes from a game that I play on my phone. It's called AFK Arena. I really like that game, so I decided to take some inspiration from it and just draw these heroes. Today we are going to draw a doll for intelligence, a skeleton for agility, and a werewolf for strength. But let's not waste any more time, let's just get into designing them. Let's go! As in the last video, I just start by writing what heroes I'll be drawing and what their bases are, just so I have that in mind while creating their design. And then I just start with the face, as usual. I start with the doll. She's the intelligence base, which means that she will have magical capacities. And I think a doll would fit that base nicely, because, you know, it's a hunted doll. It's not just any doll, it's hunted. So it probably has some spirits connections, and maybe it's possessed, I don't know, but I just designed this cute face, you know, very doll-like, and I designed a more simple body. It looks a little bit more childish, I guess, just because that's the body shape of some dolls. Then I just gave her a puffy dress to be very cute and doll-like, I guess. And I gave her these puffy sleeves because they look cute. And then I also gave her some bows. Now the skeleton, there was a little bit hard because it's not fully human. There is a couple of layers that are missing, but I started to draw with a reference. That's what you're seeing right now. I was looking at a reference on my computer, so that I could draw it a little bit better. And then I just drew a stylized skull just to have some fun and to look nice. I drew a small chain over there just to remind that that's what I want as a weapon. This skeleton will have some chains. And then I just started designing an outfit. And I drew the outfit on a human because I started drawing it on a skeleton, but then I wasn't being able to sketch the outfit, so I just erased all of it and drew a human model so that I could see the outfit that I was planning on giving them. Now get ready to laugh a little bit because I don't know how to draw animals. So this is what my interpretation of a wolf looks like. I wasn't looking at any reference for this one and it looked like that. Then I tried to draw a profile face because I wanted to show the teeth and all of that, to be a really bad face, like really mean, but it was looking terrible. So I just erased it and I looked for some references, and here I'm drawing based on a reference, and it will look a little bit better, but it doesn't look great because because I don't have a lot of practice drawing animals. Then I just started drawing the body type, and the body type changed a little bit on a digital piece, but you'll see when we get there. As you can see, I wanted the legs to have that extra joint, like in a wolf, and I wanted the hands to have long nails and fur, and it was actually really fun to draw the werewolf. As you can see, I'm trying to figure out where I want the werewolf to be, if I want him to be on 2 feet or if I want him to be on 4 legs. I was still figuring that out. Okay, I think I'm done with sketching. I really like the doll, and the skeleton I liked it too. Even though it was a little bit hard to figure out, I really liked the skeleton design. The werewolf, it's a little bit harder just because, you know, there have been a lot of werewolves in movies and in games, and it's hard to come up with something new. And I'm not very good at drawing animals, so you can see here this goofy face that I drew. It's really weird because I'm not very good at drawing animals. But I think I got some ideas. I still don't know if I want him to be like full wolf or just kind of still in a human pose, like standing on 2 feet only. I don't know, I guess I'll figure that out on the digital piece, which is going to be so hard. I think this one is going to be one of the hardest, just because most of them are partially human. Like, you know, a doll, it's basically inspired by a human. A skeleton, it's inside of a human. A werewolf, it's part human, but it's not a human anymore. It's transformed. It's probably full moon and it's transformed. But I don't know. I hope I can make something good out of it. If I can't, at least you'll be able to laugh a little bit about what I draw. But let's just go to the digital pieces. Let's go. Starting off with the doll. As you can see, I just drew the simple cute base, not a very adult body, just really a doll body, I guess. And I make sure to make her very small. I didn't put her on the whole page, I just put her on the bottom, and I gave her really cute proportions just to look like a doll. And then I started to draw all the joints because, you know, it's a doll, it's made of plastic or something, so it can't move like us humans, so it needs to have these ball joints. Then I added her cute outfit and her bow, and I think she's looking really cute with her cute little hair. And then I started to do the line art. I think her face looks really nice. I gave her these long eyelashes because I think they look nice. She's on a very stiff pose, which, I mean, it's good for me because I don't have to think a lot when I'm drawing her. It's just this simple pose, it's very symmetric, which is also good. And it doesn't need to look very fluid. So it was easy, and I think it matches the character because she's a doll, she doesn't move a lot. She's supposed to be standing there, quiet, even though she's probably possessed by a couple of demons, but that's not important to the story. As you can see, I'm adding the ruffles of her dress because I wanted her to have these layers to make it really puffy. And it was a lot of fun to draw, actually. I liked it, I enjoyed it. Now that the line art is done, I'm starting to add some color to the drawing. I block out the shapes first, as usual, and then as you'll be able to see, I'll be using mostly blue tones. I think she would look nice with a blue dress, a light blue dress, and also some white ribbons. I think those are really calm and cute colors to have in a doll, so that's what I ended up doing. To contrast with the blue, I gave her some brown hair and eyes. At first I was going to give her black hair, but then I think the brown looked a little bit better. I also added some blush to her, because I think that would make her look really cute. And then I added these ghost shapes behind her, like these are the spirits possessing her or something like that. I think it's a nice touch. It's very simple, they are just blobs, but they look nice, they look interesting. Then I add a layer of purple and I shade the whole drawing. Now I'll be drawing the skeleton. As you can see, I just make a rough pose and then I add that reference of a skeleton right next to me so that I can look at the bones and see where they go and their shapes and all of that. And I just start to add some details. As you can see, I drew some gloves on this skeleton just because I didn't want to draw all the bones of the hands. Those look hard, so I didn't want to draw those. And then I just start drawing the skull and adding all the details, and it was actually a lot of fun to draw the bones. I think they ended up looking really nice. The outfit is really simple, it's just a crop top and a skirt, and the top part has some holes in it just because I wanted to show the bones underneath, and also because, you know, the skeleton was probably buried and came out of the ground and ripped its clothes, I guess. And on the skirt the ends look a little bit ripped just to add that effect too. As you can see, I'm just drawing all the bones, and it was actually really relaxing and fun. I didn't thought I would enjoy this that much, but I really did. I liked it. It was fun. By the way, I don't know if these bones are actually accurate. They're probably not. I'm not the best at anatomy in general, and especially if it's anatomy that I don't usually draw, like bones. They are usually under the skin and the muscles of my characters, but I think they look okay at least. Now, as you can see, I'm drawing the weapon of the skeleton. I decided it would be a chain, and they are just holding it with one hand, probably spinning it around, and the other end of the chain is wrapped around the other arm of the skeleton. I think it looks cool as a weapon. I really like how it looks, so that's what I did. Now, blocking the colors was a little bit complicated because I didn't remember where all the bones were because I erased it, so I just stopped recording and took a screenshot of the recording where I was drawing the bones, and then I knew where to color it. To this one I decided to go with the browns, because I think it would look like the skeleton was buried actually and came out of the ground. I think the brown reminds me of that, so that's what I ended up doing. And then, you know, just shading as usual. In the end, to add some contrast, I just changed the color of that shine in the eyes to blue. Now the fun part begins! The werewolf, here it goes. So as you can see, I'm just trying to draw a pose. I'm still not sure if I want him to be more leaning forward or just straight up, so I'm messing around with it a little bit to see what I like. And I ended up going for him a little bit up, you know, a little bit with a good posture. And I shortened his legs a little bit because they were too long and he was looking like a kangaroo and not a wolf. And then I just started to draw the face. I was looking at references on my phone to keep in mind what a wolf looks like, and I just started drawing. I added fur all over his body, and the paws are just so cute. I added like claws on the hands, like really long nails that could snap your face off, but on the feet they are just these cute little dog feet, wolf feet, whatever. They look adorable. I don't know, I like them. As you can see, I also added some smaller hairs on the inside of the liner to add some texture. Now that line art is done, I just start blocking the shapes, and it was really fun because I wanted to make it look like a wolf and not just have it be one blob of color. So I looked at reference to see the patterns on the wolf's fur, and I decided to add those. I added them all over its body. And I decided to add them with fur texture just to make it look nice. I didn't add them in just a straight line, I make it look like it's fur coming out of it. I think it looks nice. For a first time drawing a wolf character or an animal character with fur, I think it looks really cool. After I was done with that, I decided to pick the colors. They are a little bit on the blue side, but don't have a lot of saturation because I want them to look grey. I didn't look at any specific wolf species, I just picked the colors that I wanted. I also added some more gradients just to make the fur look nicer. After that was done, I decided to add some contrast, and the contrasting color to this blue was this orange that you're seeing on the screen, and I didn't know where to apply it, so I ended up using it all over the body of the wolf, but then it didn't have basically any saturation, it was just grey, and I decided that I wanted it to look bluer, so I erased the orange everywhere except on the eyes, because I still wanted that splash of color and contrast. On the shading I used the same technique, and I also shaded using the hair patterns, I guess I can call it that. I didn't use straight lines, I gave the hair texture. Now that we are in the end of the video, you can leave in the comments what you think will be the next creations. You can leave the like if you like this series. And don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss all the videos of this October. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye!